सत्र के अगले पड़ाव की ओर बढ़ते हुए अब मैं मंच पर उपस्थित आदरणीय अतिथिगणों का पैनल डिस्कशन में स्वागत करती हूं। आज के पैनल डिस्कशन के विषय हैं गुड गवर्नेंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, सस्टेनेबल एंड इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट एंड डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन। इस डिस्कशन में हमारे साथ पैनलिस्ट के रूप में श्री वी श्रीनिवास, सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म्स एंड पब्लिक ग्रीवांस एंड डायरेक्टर जनरल NCGC हमारे साथ ऑनलाइन जुड़ रहे हैं। सर, आपका इस डिस्कशन में हार्दिक स्वागत है। इसके साथ ही मैं मंचासीन श्री शॉम्बी शाह, यूनाइटेड नेशंस रेसिडेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर इन इंडिया का भी पैनल डिस्कशन में पुनः स्वागत करती हूं। अब मैं अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी सुशासन एवं नीति विश्लेषण संस्थान के सम्माननीय उपाध्यक्ष महोदय प्रोफेसर सचिन चतुर्वेदी जी से इस सत्र को मॉडरेट करने का आग्रह करती हूं।
थैंक यू। आई थिंक श्रीनिवासन जी, शायद मुझे लगता है पहले आपसे ही निवेदन किया जाए। आपके नेतृत्व में ये रैंकिंग हुई है, आप ही के नेतृत्व में गुड गवर्नेंस का जैसा प्रधानमंत्री जी ने निर्देश दिया था, ये संस्थान बनाया गया दिल्ली में। तो आपसे ही अनुरोध करूंगा कि आप बात को शुरू करें।
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, मिस्टर शॉम्बी शाह, UN रेजिडेंट कमिश्नर इन इंडिया, Professor Sachin Chaturvedi ji, distinguished Chief Secretary, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Vice Chancellors, civil society organizations. I am deeply privileged to present my thoughts before the longest serving Chief Minister of Government of Madhya Pradesh. Sir, we were Deputy Secretaries in Government of India when you became Chief Minister, and today as Secretaries to Government of India, we are speaking in your presence. It is indeed a great privilege for us. Sir, I would also extend my compliments to Professor Sachin Chaturvedi ji and his dedicated team of officials who have tirelessly strived to publish the Madhya Pradesh Sushasan and Development Report 2021. It's indeed a seminal publication. As you have said, sir, the goal of Atmanirbhar Madhya Pradesh can only be achieved if a good governance system is in place. And the Madhya Pradesh Sushasan and Development Report gives a robust picture of good governance initiatives, practices, and parameters across sectors in Madhya Pradesh. In fact, there is comprehensive evidence in the report to spur the capacities of policymakers, program implementers, stakeholders, and researchers to ensure that good governance practices are in place right up to the village level. Prashasan Gaon ki aur, as you have rightly coined in several stages. Good governance is a rich tradition associated with the state of Madhya Pradesh, and this report reiterates this fact in several chapters. There are a number of initiatives: Madhya Pradesh Online Limited 2006, the establishment of the Good Governance Policy Analysis Institution, the Madhya Pradesh Public Service Guarantee Act, the Chief Minister Helpline Jan Hetu Jan Setu, the Ease of Doing Business Report of 2014, the Chief Minister Dashboard for Real-Time Performance Monitoring, Samadhan Ek Din One Day Governance, Development of Atmanirbhar Madhya Pradesh Roadmap, the CM Pragati Dashboard, the Madhya Pradesh Jan Sunwai Yojana, Ankur Yojana. All of these have brought citizens and government closer on digital platforms. During the pandemic, several good governance practices were followed: establishment of COVID care centers, supply of medical oxygen, and increasing bed capacity, our home, our school, Ayush medicine. Sir, in my capacity as Additional Secretary and now Secretary DARPG, national recognition have been accorded on several Madhya Pradesh government's initiatives. The Swachhta Jan Bhagidari program of Indore, the Anupur Smart Schools program, which brought an EdTech solution using hybrid online and offline smart class model, have been recognized at national level. The Department of Administrative Reforms publications of the Good Governance Index and the National E-Services Delivery Assessment have found prominent mention in the report. The Good Governance Index 2021, released by the Honorable Home Minister on 25th of December, Sushasan Divas, in memory of Honorable former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, lists Madhya Pradesh as the best ranking state in agriculture and allied sector and the second best performing state in economic governance, social welfare and development, public infrastructure and utilities. Amongst the comparable large states of Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Orissa, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Bihar, Madhya Pradesh is a standout performer with a composite score higher than all other states. In the agriculture and allied sector, the Good Governance Index gives Madhya Pradesh a composite annual growth of 7.3%, commerce and industry a composite growth of 7.9%, human resource development sector has witnessed high retention rates, skill training programs being imparted to 99% of registered trainees, 52% placement ratios, and public health sector witnessed increased availability of doctors, immunization rates of about 88%. In public infrastructure, under the PMGSY program, Madhya Pradesh witnessed a connectivity of 80%. Even in economic governance, the state has successfully reduced fiscal deficit from 5.89% to 3.72%. There was also improvement seen in empowerment of women, public safety with improvement in the proportion of women police personnel, and in citizen-centric governance, particularly under the National E-Services Delivery Assessment, Madhya Pradesh stands at 5th position. What it means is that several good governance practices fulfill the 6 pillars of good governance that the report has identified. The Public Services Guarantee Act, the establishment of the Lok Seva Department, FIR Aapke Dwar Yojana, the Chief Minister helpline on WhatsApp are standout performers in fulfilling all criteria of good governance. The Madhya Pradesh government has been successful in bringing citizens and government closer through digital platforms. It also indicates a very high level of citizen empowerment with large rural societies benefiting from adoption of technology. Further, it can be said that several of technologically obsolete government offices have been transformed into digital institutions, which represents significant institution building and transformational governance. In the agriculture and allied sector, which I went through very closely, several standout initiatives under the Atmanirbhar Madhya Pradesh have been presented. These include steps towards enhancing productivity, promoting diversification, promoting water conservation, and agriculture infrastructure development through food processing, agri-based industry, and exports, which have been well presented. Several standout success stories in building market linkages like value chain in grapes, market linkages in fisheries sector, and schemes for promotion of nutri-cereals have also found mention. The report has made several far-reaching policy recommendations, e-governance to V-governance, to encourage citizens to do it yourself by performing the role of a partner rather than a customer, promoting service delivery mechanisms focused on paperless, cashless, and minimum physical contact point programs. Sir, I will also present a few of the Government of India's initiatives in this regard of good governance. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, the e-governance landscape of India has radically changed in scale, scope, and learning paradigms. India has succeeded in adopting e-governance programs which benefit millions of Indians. Banking correspondents, e-mitras, common service centers have bridged the gap. As India celebrates the 75th year of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Honorable Prime Minister has given a clarion call for adoption of next generation reforms by bridging the gap between government and citizens. The Madhya Pradesh government's initiative represents a seminal step in this direction. In the DARPG, we have followed this by 3 major campaigns. The Swachhta campaign for disposal of pending matters, the initiative for increasing efficiency in Secretariat by adopting Secretariat reforms, and the Good Governance Week from December 20th to 25th, which witnessed a nationwide Sushasan Gaon Ki Aur campaign. Each of these was implemented on digital platforms and benefited several crores of citizens. Secretariat reforms, Swachhta campaigns, redressal of public grievances, and improving service delivery are at the core of India's e-governance models. The widespread adoption of e-office has created paperless offices in the Central Secretariat and State Secretariats and has enabled smooth functioning in the pandemic. The CP grams in 2021 helped redress 20 lakh public grievances. Sir, I am often asked what has changed in India's governance model in the years 2014 to 21. The answer is e-governance has simplified a citizen's interface with government, brought governments and citizens closer, and enabled benchmarking of service quality. I have witnessed several e-governance models like Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Umang, One Nation, One Ration Card, benefiting millions of Indian citizens and bringing transparency and openness to government processes. These organizational reforms, coupled with significant reforms in personal administration like Mission Karma Yogi, lateral recruitment, accelerated promotion policies, and regional conferences for replication of good governance practices, recognizing excellence in public administration, represent New India's strong institutions, each of which has adopted e-governance practices. Sir, it is clear that under your leadership, Madhya Pradesh is a standout performer in each of these sectors. I wish the state government all success in their challenging policy endeavors. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद श्रीनिवास जी, आपने एक डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस जो रिपोर्ट की हमें दी है और मुझे लगता है कि आपके साथ मिलकर इस रिपोर्ट को जब हम माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के साथ दिल्ली में लॉन्च करेंगे कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग कमीशन के साथ में, हमारा विश्वास है कि ये जो डेटा का लोकलाइजेशन है, जो हम जिस इंडेक्स की बात कर रहे हैं उसका लोकलाइजेशन है, उसको हम शायद आगे बढ़ा पाएंगे। बहुत धन्यवाद आज हम